Today we're going to be reading Skippyjon Jones by Judy Schachner. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kid-in-Breeches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." The lecture went on as usual. "You've got some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat, not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, nor a moose, or a goose, not a rat, or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. What was that? So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjon Jones climbed into his toy box and riffled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippyjon Jones began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Scapito Fresito. I am not a single bandito. My manners are mellow, I'm sweet like jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezzlebee, and Jillybee Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjon come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjon wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road, far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterious band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippyjon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chicamongos," growled Don Diego, the biggest one of them all. "Who are you?" "I'm El Scapito, the great sword fighter," said Skippyjon Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" asked Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Scapito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. "See, I love mouse and beans," said Scapito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Mama Tia, or Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Leaning toward Don Diego, El Scapito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into Chihuahua's very large ear. "Ah, Chapicho!" "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Scapito. "Then it is true," decreed Don Diego. "Yip, yippee, yippito! It's the end of Alfredo Besito. Scapito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumblerito." And all the Chickamongos went crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. After waking up, the Chichamongos got down to serious bee's knees. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumbolito for Scapito to see. A hush grew over the Chichamongos, so great that one could hear a whisper drop. Alfredo Bazito, whispered the crowd. El Blimpo Bumbolito Bendito. "Sí," said Pesquito Tito. "The Bandito steals our frijoles." "Not your beans," said Scapito, outraged. "Sí," Pesquito continued. "Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jello, too. And now he comes for us, too," Pesquito added. "Por qué?" said Scapito. "Because we are full of the beans, too." Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, "Yo quiero frijoles?" "Huh?" said Pepito. "The dude just wants to know his beans back," said Poquito Tito. "And you are the dog for the job." "Me?" said Scapito. Then all of the Chichamongos turned towards Scapito, the great sword fighter. But poor Scapito had no time for a plan, because in a blink of a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The Chichamaugas scattered in all directions. "Vámonos, Scapito, or is you the bandito will eato," they cried. Scapito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello and his teeth shattered like castanets. Then in muy soft voice he said, "My name is Scapito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito." But Alfredo Bazito flew straight for Scapito until the bean-eating bandito hovered over an inch from the great sword fighter's face. "Holy frijoles!" cried Scapito as he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, pop, went the bandito, landing on Scapito's sword, and quicker than one could say chicharrones, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the Bumblito bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song. "Yip, yippee, yippito, our hero is Scapito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos." But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjon's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to Kitty Boy's room. "Benguito, Crashito, Papito, Scapito!" Just in time to see Skippyjon's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbags, Doggies, and the Kitty Boy with a birthday piñata on his head. "Skippyjon Jones!" everyone cried. "Hola, muchachas," he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjon and covered his head with a fur purry kiss. "What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs?" she scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that." "Say good night, Skippyjon Jones," called his mamma. "Buenos noches, mis amigos," said Skippyjon Jones.